Chapter 23 Comprehension Learning Time. The basic idea for giving comprehension passage is to create an interest in the children for reading. They should be able to recognize the organization of the passage, identify the main parts of it, and understand or guess the meaning of some new words in a given context, and also be able to answer the given question in a correct manner. Before attempting the given exercise, they should read the given passage carefully to get a general idea of the topic it covers, and then they should write the answers in their own words. Their answers should be brief and to the point. Here are some examples of comprehension passage. Read the following passage carefully. A. Animals are great builders, using simple materials but employing sound engineering principles. Man has long used suspension bridges made of ropes of steel and concrete which bear the loads and tension. The webs of spider provide the most vivid example of birds use it to build their nest. Para 1. Beavers are natural engineers. They use tree branches to construct dams. The dams of the beavers have an angle of 45 degrees on the downstream side. This enables the structure to bear not only its own weight, acting downward, but also resist the lateral pressure of water acting on the upstream side. Para 2. Constructing a very thick wall is uneconomically strength could also be provided to thin wall by buttresses or by making the base wide. The nest of the termite is more than 2 meters high with a wide which tapers at the top. This ensures greater resistance to shear forces. Para 3. On the basis of your reading of the above passage, answer the following questions. 1. Answer the following questions. A. Why birds use spider to build their nest? Answer. Spider web silk is so strong that many species of bird use it to build their nest. B. Why the beaver's dam has an angle of 45 degree? Answer. The dams of the beaver have an angle of 45 degree of the downstream side. This enables the structure to bear not only its own weight acting downward but also resist the lateral pressure of water acting on the upstream side. 2. Pick out words from the passage that mean A. Completely. Para 1. Entirely. B. Bright and clear. Para 1. Vivid. Teacher's note. Guide students to understand the correct way to compose sentences with the help of applications and different forms of writing skills questions. C. To tolerate. Para 2. Resist. D. Using force to oppose. Para 3. Resistance. 3. Write T for true statements and F for false statements. A. Spider web silk is very strong. True. B. Animals use complex materials for building their shelters. True. C. The dams of the beavers have 45-degree angle of the upstream side. False. D. Termites keep wide bases to their nest. True. 4. Write M for material noun and U for countable noun in the following. A. Steel M. B. Web U. C. Sound U. D. Silk M. E. Concrete M. F. Milk U. 5. Write the opposites of the following. A. Short. B. Least. Most. C. Weak. Strong. D. Disable. Able. E. Downward. Upward. F. Thick. Thin. B. Once we had a huge guest at home. It was Lakshmi, the young elephant. She belonged to one of our rich relatives. He wanted us to keep her at our place for some days. Her Mahout Gatpati told me that Lakshmi was fond of ripe bananas more than sugar cane. We had plenty of bananas in the house, as we had 2-3 banana trees in our house, but the ripe bananas were kept in the cellar. Only grandfather could take them out and distribute them. Para 1. I wanted to become friend of Lakshmi by feeding her ripe bananas, so I waited for an opportunity, and as soon as grandfather was out, I quickly went to the cellar and took them to Lakshmi. She ate them with great relish. Later, grandfather found out that I had taken the bananas. He didn't like anybody taking anything without his permission. He took a long cane and called me. I knew he wanted to beat me. I ran and grandfather ran after me. Para 2. Lakshmi was not chained to the tree at that time. She saw me running and grandfather chasing me. She rushed towards grandfather with a wild cry. He was very frightened. He turned back, ran into the house and bolted the door. I went to Lakshmi and patted her. Para 3. On the basis of your reading of the above passage, answer the following question. 1. Answer the following questions. A. Why Lakshmi came to stay at the boy's house? Answer. The relative wanted to keep Lakshmi at the boy's house for a few days. B. What did Lakshmi like? Answer. Lakshmi was fond of ripe bananas more than sugarcane. C. Why the boy feed Lakshmi? Answer. The boy wanted to be friends of Lakshmi, so he started feeding her ripe bananas. D. Where the bananas being kept? The bananas were kept in the cellar. 2. Pick out the words that mean A. A room usually underground. Para 1. Entirely. Cellar. B. The keeper of an elephant. Para 1. Mahout. C. Enjoying the taste. Para 2. Relish. D. The act of running after. Para 3. Chase. E. The act of affection. Para 3. Patted. 3. Make sentences using the given words. A. Fond of. I am fond of chocolates. B. Opportunity. I was extremely delighted to know about the career opportunity. C. Grandfather. My grandfather was a freedom fighter. D. Anybody. An accident like that can happen to anybody. 4. Write the synonyms of the following. A. Wealthy. Rich. B. Divide. Spelt. C. After. Next. D. Home. House. E. Fellow. Mates. F. Behind. Beyond. 5. Match the following antonyms. A. Huge. Tiny. B. Young. Old. C. Rich. Poor. D. Ripe. Raw. E. Long. Short. F. Friend. Enemy. Read the following poem carefully. C. Pile, don't eat alone. Go share with bro if he does not bother. Sharing is a big thing in a short word. It shouts joy and joins the world. But he will gobble half my chocolate. It is so small, not enough for the two of us. Why should I, ma? If you don't bother. But it keeps us together. Brings smiles and laughter. I shared my chocolate. He hugged me tight. In fact, he was great to me. So maybe sharing is not so bad if it gets you a reward of love. 1. Complete the following statements. The mother is asking the child to share the chocolates. Pile doesn't want to do it because the chocolate is not enough for both. Finally, Pile shares and realizes that sharing is caring. We learn from the above poem that sharing is important as it brings everyone close. 2. Pick out a word which means A. To get greedily, gobble. B. To hold in arms, hugged. 3. Pick out the opposite of the following words from the passage. A. Punishment, reward. B. Together, alone. 4. Join the words of column A and column B to form a meaningful word. Column A, column B. A. Reward. B. Sharing. C. Chocolate. D. Showers. E. In fact. F. Together. 5. Make your own sentence using the words given below. A. Together. They went to the party together. B. Great. I had a great time. C. Share. I cannot share my parents' love with anyone. D. Reward. The reward is important for everyone. Ghost. D. They said the house was haunted, but he laughed at me and said, "Tut, tut, I have never heard such tittle tattle as ghosts that groan in chains the rattle. And just to prove I am in the right, please leave me here to spend the night. They left me just as dusk was falling, with a hunchback moon and screeched all squalling. But what is that? Outside it seemed as if chains rattled. Someone screamed, "Come, come, it's Marley Nubs, he's certain." But just the same he draws the curtain. The stroke of 12, but there's no clock. He shuts the door and turns the lock. Of course, he knows that no one's there, but no harm's done by taking care. Someone's outside, the silly joker. He may as well pick up the poker. That noise again? He checks the door. Shutter and windows make a pause to seek the safest place to hide. The cupboard strong, he creeps inside. Not that there's anything to fear, he tells himself when at his ear a voice breathed softly, "How do you do?"